Well, I'd like to start off thanking you for coming, Mr. King Alfred.
Yes.
King, is that your first name, or?
No, it's like a title, like Mr., Mrs. King.
King, okay. So, King Alfred, what's your last name, sir? Are you afraid you didn't put that on your resume?
It's Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, okay, like the director.
Who's that?
Right. Are you here for our grocery store position? As a manager? Yes. Okay. So Mr. King Alfred Hitchcock. You mind if I just call you Alfred?
No, I do mind greatly, actually. No.
You do mind. So what do you Al or
Your Highness.
Your Highness. All right. Your Highness. How did you find out about this job?
One day, I was pillaging a small village, and I noticed they had an enormous amount of food. And I was like, what is the source of your great surplus? What is the source of your great surplus? And they pointed me here to your establishment.
Pillaging, did you? Great. Well, I'm glad they know where to shop. So you're applying for a managing position?
Naturally.
Naturally, right. Do you have any experience in that? Okay, like number crunching. Like there's one of the positions open is a number crunching job where you'll be, what goes in, what comes out, making sure we don't over order or overstock. You'll be over the business part of it. Do you have any business experience with that?
I am great with numbers. I'm great with collecting taxes, collecting gold, counting the corpses of my rivals on the fields after battle and glory.
Cool. Is that a brand?
No.
Right. So, what about people? Are you much of a people person? Because there's another job that has to do with working with the employees at the store. The people.
Oh, I'm great with people.
Great with people.
All kinds of people.
Awesome.
Peasants.
Peasants.
Serfs.
Serfs.
Serfs, yes.
Serfs. Is that did you work on the coast?
No.
Moving on. So, pretty impressive resume overall as far as experience goes. I mean, very, very regal resume. But as far as your contacts go, I called some of your references, and they had some interesting answers. Like Federico.
Oh yes, Federico. Great right-hand man. Has been with me since the day I took over. Since the day.
Since the day. And when was that?
The day I was born.
Specify.
From the day I was born, I was entrusted with the civic duty of governing my people.
Really? From your birth?
From my birth.
Don't you start as a prince or something if you're
My father died in childbirth. Terribly tragic.
Really now? How does that happen? I mean, okay, I'm sorry, sir, Your Highness. We'll move on to Federico.
Yes, Federico.
Yeah, he sounded like there was a mob in the background, so I wasn't sure if it was a good time or not. But I said, what do you think about King Alfred? And he said, I quote, oppression, down with the tyrant, oppression.
Federico, what are you gonna do, right?
But the second person I called, an elderly lady, very nice though, shared your same last name. Would that have been your mother?
And my wife.
Can't have family on your regards, but she did say some great things, so I'm going to take some of that, because yes. What do you think makes you right for this job?
The very hour I was born, a lady rose out of the water, handing me a sword. She told me, with this sword you will rule the nations. You will be powerful. The sword represented power, and with it I have ruled ever since.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. King Alfred Hitchcock. I do appreciate you coming here today.
All right.
Don't worry about calling us. We'll call you.
That was easy.
Next.
Frederico, what are you gonna do, right?